Sorry, Jamie. Miss Torella, is there a trash can? Ah, perfect. Thank you.
Where are you going, sir? Just stand right there.
Sorry, honey. It's just there's something not working, so we're.
Sure? Okay. Whatever makes you comfortable. You go right ahead. Okay. All good. Luckily, agreed. They'll be calling you guys down here in a little bit.
Mr. Bondi's only like get in the room in a second.
Yeah, Mr. Bondi's right here. So
Maybe for now, just kind of sit in the back here.
Oh my God.
Okay?
oh, what is going on?
There we go. It was a loose connection.
Did you text your mother like I told her?
Hopefully it stays.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, we can.
Just wiggle that till it stays
Yeah,
again.
one of us can like hold it.
Alright, I have to adjust. We have to adjust it. So you can see how it's crooked. We're going to need to come up on this side. I think. Thank you. Okay. I have another one. I don't know if it's my camera. Okay. Oh, no. I have another one of these upstairs. I'm going to go get it. Just keep.
I'll stay get it. Or
I don't know if you're fine.
Oh,
Hi, good morning. Balance for the front, please.
we'll
Wherever you're comfortable.
I brought a blanket
Oh, yes. Yep.
for my classes because if someone wants to tell me I can't have it, I'll go look at them and say, if you don't have the AC on this high, then don't tell me I can't have it. I wore sweatpants, a hoodie, and a long sleeve and fuzzy socks the other day, and I was still freezing. So I'm not doing it. I don't care how much y'all guys. Oh no.
Okay. I'm going to go look for another one.
Okay.
It's a bad connection. I'll be right back. What time is it?
7:40.
Okay,
So
I have
that's
time. I'll be right back.
Oh, it's just no, but then it goes right back and like one of us is gonna have to like hold this the entire time because it's
Rocco?
did you say where do you want to be?
I guess what I was trying to think.
Yeah. It's definitely this thing right here. That's so strange when you like press it down. When you press it down it works, but whenever you like let it go, and it's like it's plugged in the entire way. Hopefully when she gets another thing it works. But it's just strange.
She emailed you,
Like pressing it down.
She's a bad. She did email me. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. I was so confused what that was. I was like,
And you have to press hard too. So you can start pressing later and let's go. Oh, my back hurts.
families are all taken care of and students are all cared for.
Just kidding. Really? My brother called us a devil. Do you remember that when he said that? Closest thing to devil.
And it's like, wait, that's weird too. I just discovered if you hit the end, it doesn't work. You have to like literally press the front of it and hit it down super hard. Oh, so like the very front. I don't know. I'm gonna try this. Just over here, so that way. Okay, with this tour, it's like. Yeah, that's so weird. Now it's not working at all. It is. Whenever you go to pull this out, put it in. Oh, we're already streaming? No. It's like before. Yeah, no. This is not. Yeah.
With it since she's getting
Yeah, she's.
That's so strange. That's so weird. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it go. I think I've tried everything I could. Now I just gotta let it go until she gets back. Oh yeah. Because if I do anything else, it's gonna like shut the whole computer off. Yeah. So. I feel that this is better than what she had it. It's a little crooked. I don't know. Yeah. Why is it Chris?
Ma'am, if you'd like to sit up there. Yeah. That's where it's sit.
She did not see sometimes she was like this. This is she wonders why I don't because you're rude. Like I'm not doing something that she wants me to do so that I can stay in the street. Like, oh, I know. So many people. Wow, my sister hates that. Because she's right there, and I just went like back to her, and she did it back, but I think she moved it. She's like, oh. She hates it. Oh my god. Wait. Okay, so now even when you click the thing, it's not working. So we're definitely gonna need a new one of these. Oh my god, Jonathan Tracy. I'm glad we agreed to do this because I'm not trying to say it in English. Not English, that's true. Me too. Yeah, exactly. We finished our finals, so I know. I know. I already want my blanket. I guess so. Yeah, right. You put the camera in the middle and then. Alright. Yeah, now it's just being like that.
Like that? Okay.
It won't even go back to normal now. Is the camera gonna just be here or will it be in the middle like last time?
It'll just be here.
Right here, okay.
Yep. Okay, and when you switch it out, you have to go on here and remove the video capture device that was on there. And you add the video capture device. And pick Cam Link 4. I know you won't remember this one. Oh. So it's not that piece. It must be this piece.
Let's go back.
I mean, clearly it was AI.
I thought I saw you when I had the webcam thing on. This is trouble.
Oh, Mason, save me a seat.
I see that.
It looks like it's like shaking.
Yeah, it's a bad connection somewhere. I'm gonna get a second opinion. Oops. Hey, can you come down and look at this with me? Thank you, I appreciate it. Thanks. Where was he? Wait. He's in the middle?
He's by Gaze.
I just saw him in the end.
He's by Gaze.
It's right here. It's one of these two. Yes. If I knew exactly where it is, but then I can't see the child. It's the big one. I don't know. His glasses.
Sorry. Okay, we got two of them. So you can try
So
both.
look, if I hold it,
It works again?
yeah, so I don't think it's can work now. I think I'm gonna have to stand here.
Well, that's okay. One of us can do it.
Think you can hold it?
Yeah. I mean,
I know it's a silly job.
no, it's okay.
If I hold this like this,
You want me to sit? You want me to sit there and hold it the whole time?
one of the goals.
We're gonna do
But I
it.
changed out this,
Yeah.
and I changed out this, and it still doesn't, so I'm not sure. We can figure it out later.
You want me to go upstairs and get anything new?
No, we tried all
We
this
got the
stuff.
new cords,
So,
but
I think for now, our best bet at this point is just have a little.
I think it's this thing.
I tried to do it.
Try a different one that does the same thing.
Same exact thing.
What if you plug this into one of those? Same thing.
At this stage in the game,
Danny, one of us
crazy.
just gotta hold it.
one of you can point the camera and one of you can hold the face. Oh wait,
Okay,
it's hard to find like the sweet spot.
okay, I'll point the camera.
It'll work better than the other one, maybe.
Then I can. One sec. Okay, somebody needs me. I'll be right back.
Now it's not even detecting it. Yeah?
8th grade wants to know if I should send them to the balcony.
Are they supposed to be in the balcony?
She said 8th grade in the balcony.
Yeah, can you send them up there? Thank you.
I know. It's
Let's try another. Thank you. Let's try different HTML code.
I don't even know where my study hall is. I'll be back in a second.
I said HTML. I meant HDMI. Oh my gosh.
You know, after I plug this in, it might be the jack on the camera.
Oh, are you serious? Okay. Yeah, it's not even detecting it.
Okay, try it now.
Okay, hold on.
shoot one.
Yeah, can you go get us another camera?
Get a different camera.
Okay, we will. Should we get the smaller cameras?
No, one of these. It's right on top of that cabinet by the window.
All right.
Okay. Please be quick.
What can I do for you? I'll sit there and hold that thing the whole time.
I know, that's what I said I would do. But at this point, I guess we just gotta wait. I tried like a new
New everything.
adapter, new cam link, so it has to be this.
Like it has to be the camera. It's like it's something that should be really easy.
Right. I had it up and ready to go like plenty early.
It's all pointed perfectly and everything.
Is it? I didn't even look. The girls must have pointed it, so. Yeah, I will let.
Busy morning.
Yeah, it's crazy. Are your kids up there?
Yeah. I left them with Shell and just left. Let's see. How you doing? Like a nightmare coming back. That's much better on this end of it. So how you getting good work? Are they still working? She's over here. See Rema? You're in ninth grade. You can sit anywhere you want. You can sit. Find one of your friends. And if you want to go sit over there with that whole group of guys over there, right here.
The seventh graders have figured out that's how they
Following Mark, that's good. That's good.
they'll swim around and I'll just sit by them.
I don't like
They ask and gas.
Just changed my mind. Having trouble finding the camera.
It's a long haul over there. I went back and forth 3 times today. Yes, I'm ready to.
Sit down.
Hey, Jesse, would you be a doll and get me one of those, please? Let me see. Hold on one second. The live stream is we're having trouble. We had to replace the cameras. We gotta
That's okay.
Thank you girls for running.
You're welcome.
Oh, that looked like that plugged in a lot better.
Good morning. Welcome to the Leechburg High School Awards Assembly for the 24-25 school year. I'm excited to see students, family, staff members, community members, teachers, administration, all here to recognize and celebrate our student success. As I reflected What exactly does success mean? How does that look? And what better place to start? How would my parents define it? So my mom. Now my mom, she would be proud of any big, small victory. Always there cheering me on, happy to be there, happy to be a part of that. Even if it wasn't a huge deal, she made it a big deal. I'm sure a lot of moms are just like that, and those are great things. However, my dad, he had a little bit of a different perspective. I was certainly proud when I had the big victories and even small ones. However, he didn't consider me a success until I moved out and he had to stop paying for me. So, yes, I am a success for those of you who are saying that I don't live at home still. So I'm happy for that. Or the third way. The third way is when others recognize your skills, your hard work, your eliteness, and that is reflected in awards and recognition, which is what we're here to celebrate today. So for all the recipients who are receiving awards today, I congratulate you and like to start off with a great round of applause for you. So thank you again for everybody to be here and celebrate and recognize this event for the 24-25 school year. At this time, we'll hand this off to Dr. Linkus, who will begin our presentation with the awards.
Good morning. How you doing? Feeling excited? Yeah? Okay, big day. I just want to give a couple thank yous before we start. I want to thank the school board of Leechburg, Dr. Vargo and Dr. Keeler for their support. Mrs. Klein and Mrs. Moore, without whom I don't know how I would get through every day. Ms. Torella and Mrs. Prorock for all the stage setup and decorations and technology help. Mrs. Sherwandi, whose team is allowing us to live stream and record today's event for those who can't be here. The junior class officers, they greeted you at the door this morning. I appreciate their help. And also I have Abby Shane and Reactions that are taking some pictures for us this morning, so I appreciate all of you very much. Thank you to our scholarship committee here at Leechburg for all the time and effort put in. Mostly though, I want to thank you all, the class of 2025. I'm so proud of all that you've done for our school, for the community, how well you've represented your families, and I hope your senior year is one you'll remember fondly and will be celebrating very soon. And lastly, I want to thank the families and friends from the class of 2025. It's been truly a privilege and an honor to be able to work with your children and guide them every day. So thank you for entrusting that in us and allowing us to be a part of their lives. So with that said, I will call up our first presenter, which is Janie Borsch-Simons for the Leechburg Rotary Scholarship.
Good morning. My name is Janie Borsch-Simons. I'm president of the Leechburg Rotary. Leechburg Rotary is a service organization. What we do is we raise money every year, and we give it back to the community. And we also give scholarships. This year, I'm proud to say that our Leechburg Rotary is celebrating 100 years. The honorees are students exemplifying the spirit of Rotary, which is community service, by way of their involvement, leadership, and accomplishments in community projects throughout their high school career. Leechburg Rotary gives 2 $1,000 scholarships. As president of Leechburg Rotary, I wish to congratulate Nicholas Sherwandi, and our second recipient is Ava Ferretti.
Good morning, and certainly congratulations to the class of 2025. Woodman Light was founded in 1890 as a not-for-profit fraternal organization. Our mission is to provide our members and clients with financial security while giving back and making a difference in our local communities. Through various benefits, the organization gives back to its nearly 700,000 national members who join in our shared commitment to family, community, country, and our national focus of fighting for hunger. After 135 years, we've grown to become a $39 billion life insurance company which offers a variety of quality products designed to meet the needs of each family's, for each family. And with a legacy of financial stability, Woodman Life also offers all forms not only of life insurance, but likewise of Medicare supplements, investment products such as 401k rollovers, IRAs, annuities, and 529 college savings plans. Each year we present thousands of American flags to schools, churches, and other nonprofits, which has now totaled over 3.5 million since we began our patriotic program back in 1946. In fact, we're the largest provider of American flags outside of the U.S. government to nonprofit organizations. We take great pride in celebrating our red, white, and blue. And through our local chapters, we continue to focus and foster a patriotic attitude and a profound appreciation for the ideal that is America. The recipient this year embodies the values we look to acknowledge in their leadership skills, academic success, and community involvement. On behalf of the Catanian chapter of Woodman Life, I'm pleased to present this year's Woodman Life's History Award and Scholarship to Katharina Monroe.
Good morning. I'm Ray Boykin from the Leechburg football alumni. And this year we had many candidates. What we decided to do, which we've done in the past, we're going to do 2 this year. And I'd like to call both boys' names up. I'm going to get them both up on here. And I'd like to say thank you very much. We appreciate it. We've been doing it for many years now. And this will be my last year presentation. There'll be someone else, Terry Klinger-Smith, will be taking over for me. But I do want to say I've been very, very humble on being presented for Leechburg football. But this year, our winners are Jake Cummings and Jane Floyd.
And I have the honor and privilege of presenting not one, but actually 3 sets of scholarships for you today, so please bear with me. The first scholarships that I have the honor of presenting this year is the Leechburg Mothers Club scholarships. For those who may not be aware, Mothers Club is the parent volunteer organization benefiting the middle and high school. We organize and operate the concession stand at all of the varsity and junior high football games, as well as the soccer games. And this year we have the honor of opening the concession stand for the Leechburg anniversary drone show. I apologize. Through the generosity of our community supporting the concession stand each time, we are able to support the entire 6th through 12th grade student body
through donations to the school's clubs, student activities, and sports boosters. Each year, we are also excited to provide scholarships based on a point system around student activities, awards received, leadership, as well as additional bonus points for parent-guardian involvement within the Mothers Club. This year, we had many extraordinary applicants, and the competition was very tight. Thank you to everyone who applied. You should all be very proud of everything you have accomplished during your years here at LHS. With that said, today the Mothers Club will be presenting a total of $4,000 in scholarships. The students who will be receiving these scholarships have shown extraordinary leadership within their activities. The number of awards and recognitions they have received through their years were extremely impressive. Congratulations to the following students: Ava Ferretti, Rachel Ranke, John Rowan, and Connor Duff. It is also my pleasure to be here this morning to present the Apollo chapter of the Order of the Eastern Star scholarships for this school year. The Order of the Eastern Star is one of the world's largest fraternal organizations for both men and women. It is dedicated to the principles of charity, truth, and loving kindness. Its members support numerous national and local charities, such as raising money to train service dogs, funding research for multiple sclerosis and cancer, and donations to Shriners Hospitals for Children, local food banks, and veterans hospitals, just to name a few. Each year, local Apollo chapter number 125 provides scholarships to young deserving applicants in the Apollo Ridge, Leechburg, and Kiski area school districts. Since 2014, we have awarded 52 $500 scholarships for a total of $26,000. This year, it is with great pleasure that I present our first scholarship for $500 in memory of Nancy J. Seifert to Jake Cummings. I present the next scholarship for $500 in memory of Miles J. Reefer to Trinity Kimball. And lastly, I would like to have Mrs. Paula Moore come up. We will be presenting the Robert E. Nigro scholarships. The mission of the Leechburg Education Foundation is to support and enhance the educational opportunities for the Leechburg area, following the values of former Leechburg educator Robert E. Nigro. It is in this vein that we present annually the Robert E. Nigro scholarships to deserving students based upon academic success and service to the community. Mr. Nigro was a lifelong educator in the Leechburg area school district, serving as a teacher, principal, and superintendent. He believed in students first, which is why we do what we do, to ensure the students have everything we can provide for their success. The scholarship committee was particularly impressed by this year's candidates and their achievements throughout their time here at LHS. Their essays highlighted not only their leadership skills both in and out of the classroom, but also their commitments to community service and academic excellence. It is evident by the letters of recommendation received that you have all made a lasting impression on not only your peers, but the faculty and staff here as well. We are thrilled to present these scholarships to the following recipients and wish them all the best in their future endeavors, and we look forward to witnessing the impacts they will make. First, we would like to present a scholarship to Sophia Musselman. Next, Rain Venice. Faith Bilby. Nicholas Sherbondi. And last, Gabriel Doherty.
Morning.
Morning.
You say, that was nice. I actually heard it. Anyway, it's a privilege. I don't know about you guys, but I get nervous when I have to speak in front of people, so it's good when you say, step back, it makes me feel better. It's a privilege to be here with you guys again this year. It's always exciting to see this auditorium filled up. I know I've said it before, but I grew up in a small town very similar to Leechburg up in upstate New York, and I don't know, there's something about this place that always reminds me of home, so thank you for letting me be here with you. Back in 2006, the Community Church of Pine Run's Women's Auxiliary started the scholarship fund with $156 in hand, and did a couple of fundraisers and raised $500 for the first scholarship that they were able to give away. In the years since, we have raised and given away $75,000 to 105 students from the local Kiski Valley area, and so it's pretty wild to have been a part of that since back in 2012, and though the scholarships are not nearly as robust as we would like them to be, we do think of it as seed money, because we are trying to plant a seed into the future of those students who we give scholarships to. And really, everything starts out like a seed, you know? Everything's small. When I was younger, I had a good friend who used to tell me all the time, don't despise small beginnings. Be faithful in little. It's an important thing to remember that everything starts out small, especially in the world that we live in today where we're so often surrounded by messages about seeking out your passion and finding your purpose and talking about these big ideas, which are good and important. You should aim high, absolutely. But generally speaking, passion and purpose falls to the level of your planning. And plans, if you haven't figured it out yet, often just fall apart. What really matters is your preparation. And preparation begins small. So, this is why when they asked Jesus in the Bible what the greatest command was, and he said to love God and love your neighbor, he didn't say, go out there and conquer an empire, go be president, go get all the power. He said, love God and love your neighbor, because real change, real goodness, real beauty, real life begins right where you are, in the small stuff, like being nice to the people who you're sitting next to, and being nice to the guys who you work with, and loving your family, and loving your community. So don't despise the small things. Wherever you find yourselves, be there, because that's what matters. And that's kind of what we've tried to encourage and work with as the Community Church of Pine Run, as we've been doing these scholarships all these years. So, this year's recipient, I'd like to invite you to join me in congratulating Mr. Nicholas Sherbani. She's so much taller than me.
Morning.
Good morning.
My name is Andrew Lucchino. I am the representative for the Lucchino family for the Thomas Lucchino Memorial Scholarship. So I stand here this morning because I thought I was going to be the only one that spoke about small towns. But as you just heard, driving here, I don't always get to be here in Leechburg, but my parents still live outside of Apollo, but a lot of my friends and family still live in this community. And it's very important to me when I live an hour away. So that being said, that hour seems like I'm in California or something sometimes, but for me to come back to Leechburg it's always just a wonderful thing for me to come into town and do these things and do this thing. And as I look over the sheet of the presenters today, there's a lot of familiar names, a lot of people from my past, a lot of names of you as students that are, that have a history with my family here, with my brothers, with my cousins, with my uncles, with my dad. So it's very important for me to be here. And I just want to reiterate on what was just said up here, is that being from a small community allows you some advantages in regards to friendships and family. And if you remember that and those things as you go along in life, where it is that you come from, those things will ride true for the rest of your life, okay? So it is very important to be who you are, and remember where you're from. But I come here today because we raise money in regards for my brother who passed away. It's 6 years now. And we raise money because he probably would think this would have been too much, because he wasn't all about like him being in the forefront. It was what he did in the back and behind the scenes that made him stand out. So we are pretty pleased this year that we have almost doubled our the number of people that have applied for this scholarship. And unfortunately, I wish I could give all of you a scholarship or monies to your future endeavors. And maybe someday that will happen. But unfortunately, we have to choose one out of the 19 people that applied this year, which drove us nuts. But, you know, I don't mind. And I'm very appreciative that you were all interested in submitting an application for the scholarship. So thank you for being here today. Thanks for having us. But without further ado, our winner this year, our recipient this year of the Thomas Lakina Memorial Scholarship Fund is Mr. Connor Duff.
Friends better scoot over a little bit to make room for that. Good morning, everyone. My name is Olivia Elbert Rapone, and it is my great honor to present the 2025 annual Ricky Elbert Memorial Scholarship in honor of my late father, who was a local school teacher and businessman. This is an award that not only recognizes academic achievement, but also heart, perseverance, and a commitment to making the world a better place. This year's recipient exemplifies all of those qualities and more. Throughout his high school career, this individual has demonstrated exceptional dedication to his education. His consistent attendance, strong work ethic, and quiet determination speak volumes about his character. But what truly sets him apart is his genuine desire to make a positive impact, not for recognition, but because he believes in the power of compassion and change. This year's recipient will be attending Robert Morris University this fall, where he plans to pursue a career in therapy, a path deeply rooted in personal experience. Having overcome significant challenges, he has chosen to dedicate his life to helping others heal, grow, and find hope. The Ricky Elbert Memorial Scholarship honors a legacy of resilience, kindness, and a belief that one person can truly make a difference. We are proud to support you as you carry that legacy forward. Congratulations, John Rowan.
Good morning, Leechburg area. How you doing? I'm Joe Falchow. I am the social impact and sustainability representative for Cook Vandergrift, right out here on River Road. At Cook, we believe that education strengthens society. With everyone, they have an opportunity to learn. The Cook Vandergrift Community Engagement Scholarship, established in 2023, is given to all the local high schools in the area, from Leechburg, Armstrong, Alto, Paula, into Atlanta Peak, Alto, one of our core values of Cook is the impact in the communities in which we do business. We believe that we can do good while we are doing good in our communities. We take a great pride in being actively involved in what our communities do. And we can tell that was true for everybody that put a scholarship submission for this. The Cook Banner Gift Community Engagement Scholarship is awarded annually to a graduating senior. We asked the local seniors, what does community engagement mean to them? We had many great entries. Unfortunately, we can only choose one yet. You know how that's how it goes. It stood out tremendously in how engaged they were in the community. We recognize their leadership abilities and all the endeavors and everything that they do. In their essay submission, a line really stood out to us. They said, and I quote, "Community service is more than simply gathering numbers for a resume." That resonates with me big time. Whether they were volunteering their time at the local hospital emergency room, where they were helping with medical professionals with basic daily duties, or just being there to comfort patients when they were speaking in the emergency room. Their efforts to working on a huge event like the American Red Cross blood drive that was held here at the high school. I think the last one was 20 years, that's when I was here. So that's a pretty big deal. She first became interested in lifting this blood drive after seeing the leukemia actually affect one of her loved ones. And she held it in his honor, and I know he'd be absolutely proud. And I'm here to congratulate Katharina Monroe. Giving a $2,000 scholarship to Katie. She is attending the University of Pittsburgh Honors College and is mastering in biomedical engineering. If I can give you guys anything to take away from this assembly, is to treat everybody with respect, dream big, and live hard. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Frank Shalava, and I'm here to present my mother's football scholarship. You may be asking, why would your mother have a football scholarship? Well, she was not a raw football mom, I can tell you that. In 20 years, she went to 7 games. They were called senior farewell. And so her contribution was that she had 7 sons. They all played football at Leechburg. We played for undefeated teams. We played for AIC and WPIL championship teams. But that was not her greatest contribution. What she gave to us was values. She gave to us, first of all, the need to love and to honor God and His Son, the Lord Jesus Christ, in our lives. She told us we had to have a work ethic. Nobody's going to give you anything for nothing. She told us that we had to have a moral compass, that we had to be fair and honest and care about others more than you care about yourself, and take care of people who can't take care of themselves. These were the things she taught to us. She taught us to respect people, to take on responsibility, and that you would be accountable for every action that you did in life. So she had a couple of things that she would tell us all the time. Don't you ever quit. Don't even say it. And the second thing was that whatever you do in life, don't disappoint me. Now, I wish that I could say that I fulfilled all those things. I really did not. But what we were looking for is not so much the football player, but we were looking for the character of the man inside the uniform. That's what we were looking for. So we had 3 excellent applicants. The first was a scholar. He's going to go to school. He's going to go to school and enter into the medical field. Very admirable, very tough. But what I loved about him was his honesty and humility. That's what I loved. He acknowledged that he was not the best football player. I'm not the best football player, but I contributed to something greater than myself. I contributed to the team. And he said, I love the way that we always supported each other and took care of each other in good times and bad times. And those are life lessons that we need to learn. He was caring about others more than himself, and I loved that. It was very, very admirable. The second guy was the most valuable player in the AK Valley. Now, there's a lot of great football players in this valley, let me tell you what. And to be the most valuable player, what an honor that is. He learned dedication and leadership, that every player is important, and that they need to know that. They need to know that. And he had kind of a synergistic view of the game. he said that the success was achieved by the combined efforts of everybody, and that it would be greater than that of individual parts of the efforts by individuals. So he learned a lot about life in football, and those life lessons will take him through life when he needs to look back and dig deep into solving issues. The last guy, he said he wanted to quit football in junior high school. I said, well, there you go. He said, I lost the love for the game. It became more like work than it was to have any fun. And guess what? You know, that sounds a little bit like life. You know, it can be a lot more work than it is fun a lot of times. But he came to that conclusion at a very young age. And so he said he was ready to quit, but a new program came in and he realized that he needed to change. He needed a new attitude. He needed to refocus, to work hard, to discipline himself, to improve. And he said that it helped him to lead and to motivate his teammates to improve. The outcome was that he was all state. I'll tell you what, we have some excellent candidates in this school. We ought to be proud of the students and the players that come out of this school. And so he said he wants to look ahead. After college, he wants to become an Army officer. And I thought, wow, here's an 18-year-old kid, and he's looking ahead 5 years down the road, and he says he wants to be an officer in the Army. He wants to lead young men into battle for the safety and sovereignty of our nation. And all I can say to that is what those Army guys say. Hoorah! That's what they say. And so, without any more talk here, I'd just like to say that the $1,000 scholarship goes to Jake Cummings. Before we get our picture taken, I was so impressed with the other two that I would like to give a $750 scholarship to Eric Woe and to James Bull.
Good morning, administration, faculty, parents, and fellow Blue Devils. Yes, I was a Blue Devil, and I will always consider myself a Blue Devil. I was on this stage over 50 years ago, and now I'm proud to be returned to it. Assisting me today is my nephew and son of Dr. Robert Kresko. His name is Travis. My brother Bobby, most of his career, he was an orthodontist. Most of my brother's life, he was my best friend. So today I'm here in memory of my brother, who were some of your fellow classmates. In honor of my brother, I'm honored to award the football scholar a scholarship of $1,000 to Jake Cummings. For the athletic scholar and scholarship of $1,000, I proudly chose Savannah Andrasey. To complete my presentation, if your name is called, I would like to offer the following a $500 scholarship. Emily Talarico. Danica Sobczak. Ava Peretti. Addison Gardina. Jaden Floyd. Eric Wood. I would also like to recognize Frank Diani and his assistant and his vice. Congratulations to all who received this award for excellence and for my brother.
Good morning and congratulations, senior class. You did it. Well, you still have a week, right? My name is Janine DeCapity-Shear. I'm the president of the Leechburg Gridiron Club. And this is our second year to give a little back to senior football players that were planning to attend some sort of post-secondary education. So this year we decided on awarding 3 $350 scholarships. So the young men that applied for our scholarship was asked to write an essay on how their participation in the Leechburg football program directly impacted their character and their academics. And this was some of their responses, and I quote, "I now have the discipline and drive to actually come to school and learn to better myself in the future. Leechburg football taught me how teamwork and companionship can really help other individuals grow as not only better football players, but better individuals in society. It showed me how to be a good teammate and become a great leader. Football causes people to be very disciplined. Varsity football became the eye-opener for me during high school. Through my participation, football taught me how to properly manage my time between education and sports. Football brought me the sense of teamwork and leadership in everyone, including myself. The idea of family and supporting each other exemplified itself throughout my 4 years of participation. Those are just some of the things that were answered in their essays. So I would like to award the first $350 scholarship to the young man who will be attending Allegheny College, majoring in business. He is also continuing his football career. Congratulations, Jay Cummings. The second $350 scholarship is awarded to the young man who will be attending Weber International University, majoring in sports performance and health and fitness. Congratulations, Jaden Floyd. Jaden will also be continuing his football career. And our third $350 scholarship is awarded to the young man who will be attending the University of Pitt, majoring in chiropractic exercise science. Congratulations to Eric Wood. Good morning, family, faculty, staff, students. Thank you for letting me be here for the second year in a row to present two families. This is the Dwayne White's Kevin Ashelman Award. This award was created in 1978 by my grandparents. Over the last 24 years, my mother has taken it over, and then in 2012, Kevin's name was also attached to this award in memory of him as well. Dwayne White's was my uncle, one that I have never met. My mom, who knows him best, knows that he would be at every game, along the stands, or along the fences rooting on the fellow Blue Devil team. My uncle was known by many. Still to this day, I hear stories about my uncle and what kind of person he was growing up with, or what it was like to walk with him in the halls here at Leechburg High School. Like my uncle, Kevin was a friend of many during his high school journey here at LHS. Many knew him on and off the field. His football team loved him. He knew how to defend the people he loved, including his teammates on the field. As the 2006 recipient of this award, he has proven himself on and off the field in many ways that the coaches have noticed his achievements. In addition to playing football for this year's recipient for all 4 years, he was also part of the math team, quiz bowl, drama club, playing the leading roles here at his time at Leechburg, all while finding the time to be an auditorium technician in all these 4 short years. He also participated in track and field, 10th through 11th grade. He was a guest reader for elementary and a volunteer for Red Cross Blood Drive. His peers thought so highly of him to name him treasurer and student council of Spanish Club. Oh boy, I butchered that. I am pleased to present this year's 2025 recipient of the Dwayne White's and Kevin Ashelman Award to Eric Wood.
My name is Jody Gears. I'm the Executive Director of the Armstrong County Community Foundation. This year in scholarships alone, we will be awarding nearly $200,000. We give out grants to nonprofit organizations also, and our total granting and scholarships will total $1.5 million this year. So we're small, we're from Armstrong County, but we're mighty. First award I'd like to present is the Samantha L. Smith Scholarship Award. Samantha L. Smith, a passionate athlete, was a Leechburg native and a 2010 Leechburg area high school graduate who passed away tragically in a car accident. Samantha's memory lives on through this scholarship created by her family and friends. Female athletes for generations to come will benefit from Samantha's love of sports and the friendships that emerge from becoming teammates. The recipient of this year's Samantha L. Smith Scholarship is Ava Ferretti. The second scholarship is the Mabel R. Slagle Educational Scholarship for Nursing. The Community Foundation was blessed a few years ago to be named in the will of Augustus Iris Slagle to open the Dr. A.I. Slagle and Mabel R. Slagle Educational Fund. Dr. Slagle was a physician in Westmoreland County who wanted to leave a legacy to help students pursuing a career in the medical field to become a physician or a nurse. The recipient of the Evelyn Nursing Scholarship and Mabel R. Slagle Educational Scholarship for Nursing is Danica Sophie.
Christina Hostler, and I'm the secretary of the Leechburg Area Music Boosters. Today I have the honor of presenting 2 awards. The first is the Leechburg Area Music Booster Scholarship. The boosters support all music programs in the district K through 12, including all choirs, ensembles, bands, and the musical through the drama club. A scholarship committee is tasked with reviewing and ranking all applications to select the top 2 applicants. On behalf of the music boosters, I am pleased to present the following seniors with this year's award. Eric Will and Connor Duff. For outstanding achievement in music and leadership is a time-honored tradition in the Alakiski Valley since 1953. It was started by the Johnny Murphy Music Store shortly after opening on Market Street. The award is chosen in different ways throughout the schools of the Valley. During Mr. Borochek's tenure here, he personally selected the recipients. And before his departure in April, he chose 2 students to receive this award. The 2025 Murphy Music Awards go to Sophia Holt. Two students, and the other recipient is Faith Bilby.
Good morning, Leechburg class of 2025, our special guests, fellow staff members, and underclassmen. For those of you who may not know who I am, I'm Angela Bigna. I'm a paraprofessional here at Leechburg, as well as the current president of Leechburg Open Mind Club. I'm also joined with Ms. Hebron, who serves many roles here, such as teacher, volleyball coach, senior class sponsor with Ms. Mondell, and she also too is a Lion member. The Leechburg Open Lions Club strives to raise funds that are used within the community to support many community projects. This year we supported programs in the community such as the PATH program, the Crockpot Ministry, Ramps of Hope for those who are struggling getting in and out of their homes, the Interacts and NHS's Rise Against Hunger Project, Leader Dog for the visually impaired, the Beacon Lodge, and last but not least, scholarships for our seniors, as well as recognition of the 8th grade student of the month. This year we had 10 seniors apply for our scholarship, and we wish that we could give out 10 checks. They were each asked to write an essay based on the prompt that was, think of an event which you consider to be a personal failure and explain why this failure has taught you and how you have grown in light of the failure. I think some people, when faced with a failure, they accept it and do not seek to improve themselves. When I was a teenager here at Leechburg, my father taught me that failure and success were both spelled with the same amount of letters, but it depended on which set of those letters you chose to make your final choice. He also told me that if you look in the dictionary, failure comes before success. He was trying to impress upon me that there were times that you would fail at something before you could actually succeed at it. My hope for all of you as a class of 2025
is that when you are faced with something that you feel that you failed at, please don't stop trying. Sometimes you need to give it another shot to become successful at it. Seniors, as you prepare for your graduation next Thursday night and move on to the next chapter of your life, embrace those moments that you felt that you struggled most with and use them as life lessons to become as successful as possible. Now, there were 2 local community members that entrusted money to the Leechburg Open Lions upon their passing, with the stipulation that the money was to be used for scholarships to assist graduating seniors to attend post-secondary schooling. They were Ms. Madeline Nichols and her father, Mr. Harry B. Miller. At this time, I would like to present the Madeline Nichols Scholarship and the amount of $1,250 to Katie Monroe. Now, her father, Harry D. Miller, gave the same amount of money, but he wanted to divide it into 2 scholarships. So I would like to present the $750 Harry D. Miller Scholarship to Miss Ava Ferretti. And the second Harry D. Miller Scholarship in the amount of $500, Ms. Rachel Rinke. I would now like to recognize the following 8th grade students who were selected by the staff and as students who showed qualities such as compassion for others, willingness to learn, and being respectful and polite to their fellow classmates and staff members. Before I do that though, I had to dig back into our files to find out who our seniors were when they were 8th graders. Unfortunately, that was a year where we didn't get to come back into school from COVID until January. So, I'm curious if you seniors, do you know who was 8th grade student of the month? Please stand up. Only Ava and Rachel. Okay. So, Eric Lowe, you were January's. Rachel, you were March. Ava was April, and Jay Cummins was May. Okay, so this year's recipients, which will be also receiving a $50 check. The month of September was Grayson Stewart. October, Brooke Huffia. November, Kylie Jones. December was Jane Happelroad. January was Eric McDonald. February was Lillian Walters. March was Bianca Limpus. April was Adam Rollinson. And last but not least is Evan Nowakowski from Monday.
those of you who are following your program closely, I'm going to switch my stuff up a little bit and do things in a different order. For those of you who are sitting in the balcony, bouncing around, you'll get here someday. So try to keep holding it together. Don't make your teachers work so hard up there. Major accomplishments across the board this year. If you don't know who I am, I'm Michelle Freddie. I teach special education here. Angela Goodman, my right hand, couldn't do it without her. So, first thing I have is presentation certificates to the students that helped us place the flags for Memorial Day. Every year for over 20 years, we have been taking a small group of students to local cemeteries to place flags on the veterans' graves. I know that some of our seniors are also going into the military, and thank you in advance for that commitment. It is greatly appreciated. But I would like to call up and have the students who prepared the graves this year come up and receive their certificate. This year helping us was Skylar Ballou. Paige Foose. Dylan Bilby. Dylan Bilby. Anna Perez. Matthew Prahala. They're AM Lenape students, so for them it was a little bit of an extra challenge because we had to do some modifications to their schedule in order for them to participate. But we also have Noah Adams. Emma Bozen. Garrett Jones. Cameron Lockhart. And Matthew Riley. So thank you so much. These guys put out over 1,500 flags this year in conjunction with some community volunteers and volunteers from our local agencies. Thank you guys. A couple remarks to the senior class as they take their seats. So this class is really special. I'm not sure why, but the class of 2025 has an energy that, well, probably because of you, but has an energy that just kind of radiates from them. And I would say that they should serve as an example for all underclassmen. And you should look at them as what hard work can do and what perseverance can bring you, and what a good attitude and respect for others can provide. Basically, those things can get you anywhere. I'd like to give you a few examples to support these statements. First of all, I'm also in charge of community service. So I tally up all of the hours, and then I hear all kinds of people complaining, it's so hard to get community service. I can't believe you have to have community service to graduate. Well, I don't really think it's that hard, because this senior class in total had earned 3,319 and 45 minutes of community service. And we also had numerous students
in the senior class who earn an additional elective credit for performing more than 120 hours of community service during their 9th through 12th grade years. So I'm just going to ask you to stand. You don't have to come up, but if you would just stand and stay standing until I read all of the names. So these students earn well over 120 hours to get the additional credit. Connor Duff. Ava Flores. Eric Poe. Tyler Lucas. Kate Monroe. Sophia Oswald. Jordan Oliver. Sean Rowland. And Mitch Devine. So in addition to doing wonderful things for the community, the senior class also killed it financially. Today, going off of this stage, there's approximately $46,000 worth of scholarships. That is impressive, considering we have 47 students. Now, not everybody applied for scholarships, because some people were going into the military, some people were going directly into the workforce, and we need that. So don't feel like, oh, I didn't apply for a scholarship, I'm not going to college. That's okay. You still have great things ahead of you, and you can bring great things back. There is also a multitude of funding from other sources. Universities that say, hey, we want you. We want you to come to our university. We're going to give you some extra money to make it more feasible. You are that valuable. Or a merit scholarship for all of the hard work and for all of the efforts that they have put in. Now, some of this is spread out over 4 years, and this does not include grants. But this senior class, from my tallies, in addition to the $46,000 that they are collecting today, is going to receive $961,050. Which is pretty amazing. Like I said, some of that will be spread over 4 years and will be continued to be earned based on performance and stuff with their academics once they get to their chosen university. So I would like to say congratulations, best of luck, and reiterate everything everyone said about the small town. So don't forget where you came from, and don't forget we'll always be here if you want to come back. I would like to thank our Leechburg Education Association Scholarship Committee for reviewing all of the applications and recommending the recipients for the scholarships that I am presenting today. I will be presenting the Carol Ferretti Nursing Scholarship, 2 American Hungarian Club Citizenship Scholarships, and the Dominic Guido Memorial Scholarship. Carol Ferretti is my aunt, and she asked me to present her first annual scholarship. It is a nursing scholarship. She wanted me to share that her 10th grade teacher told her that she would be a good nurse. And she told her 10th grade teacher that probably wasn't going to happen because her parents were divorced and had remarried and she was living with her grandmother. There would be no money for her to go into nursing or to pursue education. The teacher explained that there were scholarships available and that if she brought up her grades and she worked hard, that she thought she had a good chance of earning it. So that's what she did. She brought up her grades and she worked to earn the rest of the money but she really needed the scholarship to complete the tuition. She did get the scholarship and went on to pursue an education in nursing, working in hospitals, but eventually returning here to be the school nurse at Leechburg. She said, remember, your teachers are very important. They plant the seed. Also reflected earlier here today. So she has decided that she is going to award a $1,000 scholarship of her way to pay it back, or actually pay it forward, to a student that has the same dream of becoming a nurse. I am honored to present the $1,000 Carol Ferretti Nursing Scholarship, suspenseful pause, to Savannah Andracy, who will be studying nursing
we will also be presenting 2 $500 scholarships from the Hungarian Club of Leechburg. The Hungarian Club of Leechburg was started in 1929 as a social club and a place to promote community and socialization. Today, the club is more than a place to gather with friends for a drink or to shoot a game of pool. The Hungarian Club also supports a variety of community service events and youth organizations. For years, they have been providing scholarships to students who plan to further their education. This year's first Hungarian Club scholarship is going to a student who will be studying nursing at IUP, Danica Suction. The second Hungarian Club scholarship is going to a student who will be studying chemical engineering at Villanova, Nick Sherbondi. The final scholarship that I'm presenting today is the Dominic Guido Memorial Scholarship. The Dominic Guido Scholarship is awarded to one Leechburg senior who plans to pursue a career in teaching or a STEM or mathematics-related field. The scholarship was first awarded in 2021. Dom Guido was a graduate of Leechburg High School. He earned his bachelor's degree in mathematics at IUP and his bachelor's degree in mathematics at IUP and his master's degree at the University of Pittsburgh. He began his teaching career in West Virginia at Mountaineer High School, where he taught for 2 years before returning to teach mathematics and coach at Leechburg. Until he retired in 2008. After retiring, he would still arrive at school with the students, coming through security with his homework from Mr. Southern's class in his hand, moving through the halls in his West Virginia gear to tutor students in their math courses in room 424. He helped with community service projects like placing flags for Memorial Day and the cleanup day of the Leechburg pool, maintained close relationships with the students and staff of Leechburg. He also said it was extremely important for students to make sure that they write their thank you notes for all of the wonderful things that they received in their lives. Handwritten thank you notes with a stamp and a return address in a real envelope mailed to the person that provided you with a gift. He provided many valuable lessons to me, to the staff, and to the students. I can tell you that he spent time during seminar, working with students, and he spent time at the kitchen table when she was in middle school, helping her to prepare for her Algebra 1 class. I know that Mr. Guido is just as proud of this year's recipient as I am. It is my honor to present David Freddie $1,500 scholarship. Sorry, I'll never get through it. This makes it a little tougher, but hold on. Congratulations to everyone who has won an award today, and even to those of you who did not. I wish you the best of everything.
Good morning. On behalf of the Creation Cafe, we would first like to say congratulations to the class of 25. Your faces will be missed coming into the cafe, and we thank you for your continued support. You were also very kind to our students, and we've always appreciated that. So we often get asked by the student body, do you guys make a profit in the cafe? And what do you do with all of that money? Well, one of the answers to that question is, we love to give back to the community whenever we can. This year, we were able to contribute to Ms. Brady's CAFAC fund, and we also made a donation to Making Strides Foundation that offers therapy, horseback riding, like speech and occupational therapy, while you're on a horse. We also made the decision this year to give back to one of our students in order that was, for an application that was put out for a trade. Trades could have included anything to be an electrician, a plumber, etc. So this year's recipient goes to an amazing young lady who has chosen the path of culinary arts, Miss Allison. Also, Allison, Miss Patrick was unable to be up here with us this morning, so she asked me to say a few words on her behalf. Allison, it has been a pleasure to watch you grow over the past few years. I will miss seeing you welcome people into the cafe with such confidence and pride. I'm sorry I can't be there today, but I want you to know I would always give you the last chicken wrap.
So much to give away up here. Let me get my order here. Just one second. Okay. The Deswanick Memorial Scholarship is open to any senior, preferably those majoring in education or a STEM-related field. It is my pleasure to announce that the recipients of the Deswanick Memorial Scholarship are Mr. Eric Kuo, and Miss Rain Bennis. The John Perone Scholarship is open to any Leechburg senior who is seeking some post-secondary education. It is my pleasure to announce that the recipients of the John Perone Memorial Scholarship are Mr. Nicholas Sherwandi, and Miss Katarina Monroe.
James Kurtz Scholarship is awarded to a Leechburg senior who maintains at least a B average in their coursework and is seeking some post-secondary education, not limited to a four-year college. It is my pleasure to announce that the recipients of the Elizabeth and, it's Joseph, not James. Joseph and Elizabeth Kurtz Trust Scholarships are Miss Sophia Musselman, and Mr. Eric Woe.
I'm going to try really hard not to cry, but I'm going to blame that on Miss Ferretti. So here we go. Good morning. As president of the Leechburg Education Association, I have many jobs and responsibilities. But I have to say this is my favorite. Okay, see? Every Friday we wear jeans as a way to raise money for you, and as I like to always say, it's like 90% you, 10% us, but still it's mostly for you. Our scholarship asks you to discuss a lesson you learned over the past 13 years. And we hope that you realize it's really tough. It isn't surface level. It's not about just assignments. You read To Kill a Mockingbird to learn that courage is standing up against injustice and to consider the world from somebody else's perspective. You balance chemistry equations to learn that balance is necessary in life and equality is deserved by all components. You learn derivatives in calculus, not to simply understand how to solve an equation, but to learn perseverance through the toughest of life's battles. You learn to read and follow a recipe in culinary, to learn the importance of following directions, and to develop skills needed to feed your cells. You studied events in history, not just to learn about the Battle of Tippecanoe, because nobody cares really about that. Sorry, Mr. Hooks. Or Darfur, but to learn why we are in this moment in history, with the hope that we don't repeat the past. You've discussed the Constitution and amendments in POD to learn about your rights that so many have fought to protect and to ensure. You studied Spanish to learn that no matter where you are in the world, we are more alike than we are different. For the past 13 years, we've been supporting your hopes and dreams and academic pursuits, and this scholarship allows us to continue that support once you leave here. In a perfect world, we would love to give all of you all the money you need. But we're really small. So I am deeply honored to present to 4 of you $1,000 each. And this year's recipients are Ava Ferretti, Katie Monroe, Danica Sobchak,
Before we go too much farther, I want to kind of piggyback on something that Ms. Ferretti mentioned earlier. There are a lot of scholarships given out today, but we also have a lot of other scholarships and recognitions from this class that aren't presented today, but just a few I'd like to point out. Emily Tallarico is receiving a scholarship from Allegheny General Hospital for her nursing medical staff scholarship. Chase Henry and Jay Cummings have received the News International Scholarship. Jay Cummings is also receiving his 3-year ROTC scholarship from the Army. Addie Gardina and Jay Cummings were both awarded a $1,000 scholarship from the Armstrong County Sports Hall of Fame. Danica Sopchak won a Future Nurses Scholarship from the Armstrong County Center for Community Learning. Nick Shabandi won a great scholarship. He was named Teen of the Year by the Leader Times newspaper. And we also had a record number of Leechburg students who were recognized as Teens of the Week this year also. So in addition to Nick, we had Connor Duff, Hayden Eiler, Trinity Kimball, Katie Monroe, Gabe Doherty, and Danica Sopchak. And I really think that was quite an accomplishment to see so many Leechburg names pop up in the paper this year. And Ava Ferretti just found out the other day she's receiving the Pittsburgh Italian Scholarship. So I know some of you also are receiving the Sutton Scholarships from IUP. We have several of you that are headed into the armed services, and as was said before, we thank you and appreciate you for that. So I want to also applaud that there are a lot of things that aren't recognized today that you guys are receiving, and we're very proud of you for that. A complete list of what you do receive, so when the district newsletter goes out later this year, I can make sure I have everything listed for you. I have been asked by the Leechburg Social 255 to present their scholarship this year, and this is what they asked me to share. It is with great pleasure that we warmly congratulate you on your exceptional achievement in earning the 2025 Sokol 255 Scholarship. This prestigious scholarship recognizes outstanding students who have demonstrated remarkable academic excellence, leadership skills, and a commitment to community involvement. Your dedication and passion truly set you apart from the applicant pool and align perfectly with the values of our Sokol. We are grateful for the opportunity to support your educational journey through this scholarship award of $1,000 to be applied toward your tuition and educational expenses. Additionally, we extend our sincere appreciation to the selection committee for their diligent efforts in identifying exceptional candidates like yourself. Once again, we extend our heartfelt congratulations on this remarkable achievement. We have no doubt that you will continue to excel and make valuable contributions to your community and beyond. Best wishes for a bright and successful future. And this year's winners are Savannah Andracy and Chase Henry. Each year we are offered the opportunity by the Office of State Senator Joe Pittman to recognize 2 seniors who demonstrate excellence in citizenship. This is the continuing of a strong development in our Commonwealth and a strong United States of America, and this depends on the encouragement of good citizenship on the part of young people of each succeeding generation. Concern for community and commitment to ideals are essential to the preservation of American society. Having demonstrated qualities of good citizenship through display of character, leadership, scholarship, and acceptance of responsibility, you are to be recognized as an exemplary citizen. Senator Joe Pittman hereby recognizes your outstanding conduct, congratulates you on your selection, and extends best wishes for your future continued success in the future. And this year's recipients are Jake Cummings and Danica Sopchak. the good fortune this year to join the Leechburg Monday Evening Club for one of their meetings, and it was quite a bit of fun. We had some good food, some good laughs and jokes, and it was really nice to be there and to see how they honor our students and the work that they put into trying to raise money in order to support a scholarship for a student going into nursing, and also awards that recognize exemplary art skills. Although the students already received these awards at their banquet this year, they asked me if I would please recognize them today as well. This year's recipient of the Monday Evening Club for Nursing is Faith Bilby. The Monday Evening Club also likes to recognize students who show skills in the fine arts, and this year they have awarded 3 art awards. The 3rd place award was presented to Eliza Trusiak. The 2nd place award was given to Madison Browden. And 1st place was awarded to Vic Major.
Good morning, everyone. Before I begin with my typical speech, class of 2025, I am not going to cry today. Maybe next Thursday. But I just want to say how super proud I am of all of you. And of all the days, let us be especially proud to be a Blue Devil today, as we should every day. I know I am. To be a student athlete takes incredible discipline and motivation. It's early mornings and long hours of practice, conditioning, hitting the weight room, perfecting every muscle movement, putting in the extra reps. It takes showing up for class, being on time, spending the extra few minutes studying for that final test, or putting the final touches on that last project when you think it's already done. It takes commitment, perseverance, which sometimes is rare these days. To recognize these student athletes, 2 awards were created, the Varsity Scholar Award and the Blue Devil Scholar Award. The Varsity Scholar Award recognizes those student athletes who maintained at least a 90% average in their core classes and a 90% attendance rate during their respective seasons. In the fall, 36 awards were given to students who met this requirement and participated in volleyball, football, soccer, golf, cheerleading, and marching band. Because for those of us who were in marching band, it is most definitely a sport. In the winter, 9 awards were given for those who participated in basketball. At this time, I will call up the students who received the Spring Varsity Scholar Awards for their involvement in softball, baseball, and track and field.
Please remain on the stage until all the awards are given. Chase Henry. Joey Stenonis. Dean Sanders. Eric Lowe. Ava Ferretti. John Cook. Jackson Varga. Gabe Doherty. Dylan Whitlinger. Stephen Sengen. Nicholas Shabani. Mason Bertino. Cameron Scheimer. Isabella Robinson. Haven Lookabaugh. Tanner Bell. And Nick Hilty. Never mind, it's not that. Carson McDermott. Danica Sobchak. Anna Perez. Emily Tallarico. Dave Cummings. And Mason Siddiquette. The Blue Devil Scholar Award ups the game a little bit. recognizing those student athletes who maintained at least a 95% average in their core classes and a 95% attendance rate during the entire year. At this time, I will call for the students who received the Blue Devil Scholar Awards. Ava Ferretti, Danica Sobchak, Jackson Vargo, Cameron Scheimer, Nick Spearing, John Cook, Nick Sherbondi, Gabe Doherty, and Eric Lowe.
Yeah. Just twist this way.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning.
Yeah.
The reason I'm here today is to recognize our spring varsity sports. Everyone knows this time of year is a very busy time in school. There's so many different things going on. It's very difficult to actually recognize these student athletes. In the fall, it's easy when we can have assemblies and pep rallies and that kind of thing. But with spring sports, it's very difficult. So we kind of decided that we should recognize it during this awards assembly. Today, I'm going to introduce the coaches, although I'm filling in for our softball coach, Chris Fabic, who could not make it today. But I'm introduce the baseball and the track and field coach. So as I read these names off, softball team, make your way up here. You know who you are, so you can start coming up. Trinity Kimball, Maddie Weitzel, Abby Zalaro, Emily Zalarico, David Liverlaw, Abby Gardenia, Danica Sobchak, Bella Foley, Sophia Holt, Ava Ferretti, Emily Kostek, and Zoe Runyon. About the season, real quick. As athletic director, I get to see obviously every athletic event that happens at the school. Springtime especially, and a lot of people can attest to this because I made it known, that spring is a very difficult season because of weather and changes and having to schedule games, maybe switch venues on the day of it. I'm hearing from baseball, track and field, are we playing today, that kind of thing. Also, that's hard on these student athletes as well. Throw in some injuries, but these ladies persevered, and I don't think it gets recognized enough that they achieved the 38th straight year as a playoff participant. Thank you, ladies. Up next is our track coach, Mike McGee.
All right, guys, if you're on the track team, can you guys come up here?
So track was a really exciting time this year. When I took over the program 2 years ago, we only had 7 students on our roster. We had 34 students this year. And so yeah, super excited for track and field for Leechburg. Let these guys get up here. Something really exciting for our girls team. They got their first win in school history this year, so that was amazing, girls, to get to represent Leechburg. It's a pretty new program. We only have track since 2016 and on and off for a couple years, so we're really trying to rebuild this program. Very exciting year. We had a lot of students beat personal bests this year, and we had 9 school records that were really shattered this year. A couple people I want to highlight. Riley Hope has our discus record. Abby Shea, high jump. Philip Drury was also discus. 4x400, Tanner Bell, John Cook, Dean Sanders, Rockavigna. 4x1, Lucas Gamble, Timmy Andracy, Matt Williams, Tristan Zielinski. And then a special highlight, Tristan shattered 100, 200, 400 in high jump. He was the first athlete in 6 years to qualify for Whitfields and the first athlete in 7 years to medal. So very proud of every single one of these student athletes up here on this podium, and just really grateful for their determination, their work ethic. And so for you guys out there, if you want to be part of a program that's growing and we're seeing some really exciting things, please come join track next year. Thank you, seniors, for everything, guys, and juniors through freshmen. I'm excited to see what we do next year. Thank you, guys.
Good morning, I'm Heath Schreiber. I'm the phys ed teacher here in the elementary school and the baseball coach as well. This year, we had an outstanding team. In fact, we did something that we haven't done in 22 years here in Leechburg and won the section title. That being said, I'd like to recognize all of our baseball players, both JV and varsity. Actually, this was the first year, I think, in school history that we had a JV team. So we had 22 kids come out for the team, so I'm going to recognize them. Senior, Jay Cummings, please help come up here. Jaden Floyd. James Campbell. Chase Henry. Brady Willinger. These are our 5 seniors. Juniors, Mason City Kid, Rocco Vigna. Sophomore class, Mason Bertino, Nick Kelty, Garrett Jones, Hayden Curtis, Steven Sandman, Jackson Vargo. Our freshman class, Douglas Corbett, Carson McDermott, Kim Rashad, Maria, Dylan Millinger, Josh Young, and our team manager, Fat Boy, Dylan Kapalka. Thank you, boys.
I like this word grit. And it kind of reminds me, well, it does remind me of you know, of what it means, especially how to achieve these long-term goals. And of course, graduation is one of them, and you're demonstrating grit now. And y'all, my name is Mr. Davies. I'm the POD teacher. POD, it says problems of democracy. I like the potential, the possibilities of democracy. So you have to show some grit in our POD. We have 3 concrete goals of citizenship that we try to achieve at the end of the year. I like to call it the trifecta of citizenship. And number 1, financial literacy, and you take a bunch of lessons and you pass a bunch of exams, and then you get a certification. We'll recognize that here today. Another part of the trifecta is passing your citizenship exam. And this is straight from the United States Citizen and Immigration Services. This is what it would be, a citizen of this nation. This is the exam. We have 100 questions that we covered throughout the year, and you need to pass that exam. And in return, you'll get what we call a Lighthouse Award. And what it symbolizes, and everybody knows this in school, everybody, because we've been together since 8th grade, a long time, right? Just you contribute something of an intellectual contribution. And lastly, do you get registered to vote? And this class was crazy good this year. We're close to 90%. And the state will recognize that. I look like a gold lady, we'll get an award for that. I'm very proud of everybody here. A lot of people sent me emails last night, getting it done right at the very end. But it said that, once you are active as a citizen, especially when you're young, it becomes a lifelong habit. And that's one of our goals here. And I like these things because they're very concrete. And your parents can see it, the community can see it. And so let's get it going. So I'm going to call the seniors up, but everybody likes to say, everybody think about each other here in Leechburg, and that's fabulous. But I'm going to do a little anecdote about each senior, and I want you to see if you can figure out who it is. And then I'll give the name. Okay, so everybody just relax. Relax. This is a celebration of Dr. Vargo. I know we got lunch coming up, but relax. Alright, yes, sir. First of all, 70% of the human brain is composed of this particular substance. Does anybody know what that might be? Yeah, it's water. So we like to start off and say the students out, get a drink of water before you come in to start to get that brain, maximize that brain. And this particular student thought that they were on the way back in for no reason, but just throw water on me on the way back into the room. She's named after one of the great apples, Purple Rain. Right there, come on up here. I mean, she barely spoke from the 8th grade, and now she's throwing water on me in the club. For no reason. Some of these will be long, some will be a little short. I just told the story to the student. I always used to see him in the hallways, and I talked to my older sister, Mrs. DeWitt, about him, and I said, "What's that student like?" I always see him in the hallways, and she said, "You're gonna like him." I'm like, I don't know. But I do like him. And he told me a little story. We just had this conversation yesterday. He said, Mr. Davies, Coach Davies, back in 1st grade when I was playing basketball, and you brought out an Xbox to everybody there. And you said someone's going to get, this Xbox. And you called up a player, right, in the 1st grade, and they came up, and they opened up the Xbox, and inside of it was a basketball. And of course, that was what you're supposed to be working on all so long. And he still to this day hasn't gone over that incident. But I want to thank you for making our clean dishes at the National Public House. Aiden Lynch. Careful, Aiden. Aiden was promoted, he's now a line cook. I mean, some of these are going to be short. For example, do we have to go to Olive Garden again? Sienna Price, come on up here. So much Olive Garden. I had a lot of fun talking to Sienna over the years. This person got 100% on their citizenship file. Pretty amazing. But, I've had this student for quite a while, everybody for quite a while, but it reminds me of like when you coach or you teach and then you're looking at your players or your students and they're always nodding at the right time. They're always making eye contact at the right time. And those people, those players are so engaged and you want them on your team in your classroom. Even though I had a double dose of this girl this year, and I'm glad she put up with it. Get the subject. We get psych and social together, DOD. I kept the picture we battled through some COVID too, right, in younger years, but this student drew a picture of me in 8th grade civics, and I kept it, and I still have it. I mean, I don't know what she was doing in class to draw that picture, but whatever. She's Ewan's older sister, Dungeon Master, Liza Chuzgat. We went from handshakes to namaste during COVID. I see the good in you, you see the good in me. Okay, let's keep it moving. Oh, I saw this person do a full post route on a football field. Her favorite band is The Weeknd. Alicia Harvey! Alicia, did you catch that pass? Yeah. That's alright. Just tell your mom you caught it. Fried chicken and grape Kool-Aid. I'll bring this kid to your house. One half of a great prom date. Owen Sazolski. Owen always has positive attitude. Every day. Smiling. This person is not a twin. I'll keep it in. Thank you for my Nashville Public House rap. He's got a new puppy named Lucy. Zach Shear! Trifecta. He's always feels like a trifecta award. Hey, there's a new Jurassic Park coming out. We know, Jordan. Jordan Oliver! Jordan likes dinosaurs. I just learned this story and I love it so much. His grandma doesn't miss the opportunity to vote and always took his mother to go vote. And they made this like a celebratory kind of day. And now he is part of that celebration. And I just love it. And he's at the best house on Good Earth. Jonathan Rowan. A connoisseur of Brussels sprouts. The last of the dynasty. Maybe the best. Don't tell Ivan or Christina. Eric Guo. Ivan. I mean, this person led the softball cheer, and I now know why. The very, very strong voice projection. Her goal, play golf with her dad. Ava Ferretti. Good. It's his creatine world, and we're just living in it. What I love about, this is one of my favorite lines. He does all of the laundry in his house. That's amazing. Amazing! Jacob Floyd! Always carrying a big water jug around. I did, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. All right. A bunch of G's here. A green thumb, an expert in gardening, golf, and gerrymandering. Addie Gardenia. I said it right. Appreciate it a little. All right, Addie, I know Addie's going golfing here this weekend. We have, in Leechburg, you gotta wear many hats as a teacher, so you teach a lot of different subjects, and I now have the psych social classes, but this person just has so many thoughtful contributions. We call it the sociological imagination. Very strong at. Now I know Walmart misses them. Tyler Lucas. The deeper the Bible, the deeper the respect. I mean, this person, that's definitely one of the most improved students from their junior to senior year. Also a top Celsius influencer and morning announcement celebrity, Sally and Tracy. This is owner of Leechburg's, one of Leechburg's most famous monuments of a horse. Our morning celebrity, top down in the convertible, Emily Talbot. This person is known as the president of the Walnut Corner. I was going to ask the student to help put an Apple Play in my car, but after their Jetto battery went dead, I passed on that. Veda's daddy, 2 Chainz, Ray J. Drake Rollinger. This person's working on swinging a hybrid or any club lower than a 7-iron. He thought that his golf hat and sunglasses looked really good on him. The golf hat, I agree. The other one, maybe not so much. He is very much a private school gaslighter, Chase Henry. He does that talk, gets me very upset. Great was fun. I mean, she is up, or this person is up at 5 a.m. every day. And they come to this class with a TGIM attitude. Thank goodness it's Monday. Thank goodness it's Monday. Their favorite song, Fleetwood Mac, Dreams. Great song. Hayden Eiler! Are we working at Gardens tonight? Hey, are we working at Gardens tonight? Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. It's a great attitude every day. They probably should start driving a yellow bus because they like to bring their friends to school every day. That's a great quality. Definitely our most improved student. Very engaged this year in POD and Psych Social. They were offered that award until they attacked me for wearing a pink belt. Madison Reitzel! I pour down, it's the whole world blind, Madison. story. She wanted a car in 8th grade, so she went and got a job in 8th grade. Thank you for all those coffees from McDonald's, Katie. Katie Monroe! I will say this class, almost every single person in this class is working, and hard working class, hard work. Very close to a dress code violation on a daily basis. A short expert, an ankle sock connoisseur, and when you ask this person, can I pet that dog? The answer is no. Gigi is vicious. Jay Cummings! I like to think he's Jack Reacher. I mean, The Reacher, that's a great Wilson show. I mean, she's not here, but I'm going to talk about her. Hope that she's seeing it on the feed. I mean, we brought her in from the cornfields of Indiana. She's a top builder in Minecraft. And I wish she'd start wearing that bejeweled cowboy hat. And of course, I'm talking about Ava Nuttall. Ava, I hope you're watching. If you know Ava, she's constantly talking my ears off. The most significant haircut of 2025. Nicholas Sherwani. This person came in late and I put it back in there. Where is? Okay. If you need a pizza, you know who to call. Call the Mexican manager of Michelle's, Trinity Kimball! We making pizzas tonight, Trinity? Yes. 1 o'clock in the office. The next set of mountains for this hiker set his horizon on the Himalayas. Gabriel Doherty! Two jobs. This person has two. I said a lot of people work. This person has 2 jobs. Shaking his head no. Proud of his Mustang. However, still struggling with Elden Ring. I also think this person yelled out Damien to me the other day in the backseat of a car. I want to remind him he has not graduated yet. John Mueller! Was that you, John? Yeah, whatever. These boots were made for walking. They brought back the tape booth, made it look cool. I'll miss them at the bus stop. Skylar Ballou! Skylar has all kinds of mayonnaise concoctions he can make if you're interested. That would be a no, Skylar. Oh, is that you? Okay. Sorry. Definitely up for most improved from 8th grade. This person has just become amazing as they've gotten older. Ambassador to the hilltop, or to the Getty, as I'm told, from all you homegrowners here at Leechburg. Can I borrow those hand warmers? Vanessa Doherty. We have our hand warmers. The wind sound. You still have those, Vanessa? Oh, wait. Oh, the hilltop. Vegetable lo mein with sweet and sour chicken. Scoot on up here. Rachel Reed's favorite dinner. You're back out that, Rachel. Your dad told me that last year at John Eagle. I wrote it down. Saved it for the day. Is that still true? I mean, there's a lot of things that's required of you to get the trifecta, but every day you come in, you have a whiteboard, you write down one of the 100 questions, you read it, you write it, and then you say it. It's a critical aspect of learning. And then importantly, you say it out loud. And this person did it every single day. They passed their citizenship exam, and they led the class in, we do government news, and they come up front, they go to good work, and they did all those things, and it was just amazing. But probably their most important contribution is they just really love to sing whatever song was on that day. A lot of classics like Olivia Rodrigo, I Want to Get It Back, Young Thug Surf, and her favorite, Watermelon Sugar High. Come on up here, Allison Sedosin. Every day, this student will walk in the classroom, and it's a lot of days, because, at least 3 years we've been together since 8th grade, and they would say, "Good morning, Mr. Davies." And I loved it. And I would say in return, "Good morning, Connor Davies." We recruited her and her spectacles from Kissy. She attended the Harvard State Schools, IUP. And I think there she can continue her lifelong dream of continuing to work at Indiana Country Club and get a golfing pass for her former teacher. Sophia Holt! Oh, I'm sorry, Sophia Holt! A lifelong dream. I'm serious about that. This person always brings a positive attitude every day in class, and even on the Friday nights when she's working at the Hilltop with Garen. I mean, they are a hustler, always working. They might have been in the back seat of that car, or driving that car when my name got yelled at. Sophia Holt! Alex, Charlotte. Who's the other one? God. You'll see them with Chris at the National Public House, also known as the Goat Whisperer. The best bell-bottom jeans in his outfit. Faith building. Faith has goats. We'll get to that. I saw you guys here. George Tuttle did beat him in an outside civic code race in 8th grade. When can I get a ride on that Grom? Lucas Dimble! What was the name of it? It was Tuttle. Lucas. We got some people to cyber. And that is always difficult, I think, to achieve, some of these things, but I know they made it happen, so. This is the Alpha Foos. Paige Foos, come on up here, Paige. I didn't get to meet this person, I spent a lot of time with this person, but congratulations on the order. We're big major. Oh, last but definitely not least, Wendy's just has the best drink machine there is. Some people like to think this person is Wendy, but it's not. It's Sophia Charles! She manages the Wendy's. Oh, and older sister Tyler Charles. Just to wrap it up, we did a thing called the Common Corner every Friday. People would hang out in the corner and yell out compliments, ripples of positivity, and it does spread. It spreads through your community, through the school. I just love it so much, and I thought this class was amazing at it. So anytime you're feeling down, don't forget about the Common Corner. Put a little oysters in your pocket on, and put the windows down. All right, congratulations, seniors.
Class 2025, congratulations. We miss you. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. Thank you all for your attention for coming this morning. And seniors, ready to take the auditorium, please.
Okay,